Welcome back, everybody, to the Lonely Basement. Baseball cards. Torpedo bats. You know, guys, torpedo bats are all the rage today, anyway. But if you're coaching Little League and you've worked with these kids the last 5-10 years, I got to tell you, they've been oddly shaping aluminum bats for a long time. So this is not a new thing to me. They're making them this way and moving it this way. I don't know. So this guy came up with this genius idea. I've been seeing them in aluminum bats for quite a while, so I'm just saying. Now I know MLB has rules that are maybe a little different than aluminum bats, but Little League bats are standardized. They need to be certain dimensions, so I don't know. But we'll take them. We'll take 9 home runs. We'll do it. The torpedo bats are here to stay, I have a feeling. And that's my rant on torpedo bats. Not much of a rant. Now, I got a couple little things here that I found, and I'm going to explain why I found them. I have to travel for work to Dallas. So I got to go to Texas, and I need a real ID after March 7th, apparently. And the last time I did my license, which was in August, I was like, just regular license, I don't care. Not knowing that this new rule was going to affect. Not a big deal, go get a real ID, right? So I'll go get my social security card and my birth certificate and go get a real ID. Now, I've not used my birth certificate or my social security card in quite a long time. But when I moved back here, I took all my stuff. I have all my papers, very organized and everything. I thought, where are my birth certificate and my social security card? I cannot find them where they're supposed to be. So that is a conundrum, because if I try to get a new birth certificate and a new social security card and then still go get the real ID before I need to travel, I have a feeling I could have a problem. So I went through all my papers like 4 times over and over and over and over again and have not found them. Where could they be? But when I was going through my papers, this is what happens. So what happens in the basement when you look for a social security card? I found this ticket in there, floating in with all a bunch of papers and stuff. 2009 inaugural new stadium against the Red Sox in May. There you go. So I found that cool little ticket in there. All my tickets I have them over there in a book, but I found that in there. Did not find what I needed, but I found that ticket. So there you go. Field level. Section 120. They're all right. So you find something when you're looking for something that you can't find. I also found my U.S. Open ticket from 2009 also. So apparently in 2009, I was stuffing things in these papers. That is the Sunday ticket to the U.S. Open. Bethpage Black. Beautiful. That was a great day. Me and my man Ricky were there. It's not a great Open, though. Lucas Glover won. We were hoping for a little Tiger action. Couldn't get it going. It's a brutal course, guys. You just walk it, and you're like, yeah, it's brutal. Brutal. There you go. 2 little ticket fines in my papers. Pickups. We have a few pickups. I'm out of practice, guys. It's been a few days. No blue tape. Now, this was already opened. I'm not going to lie, because I got 2 things from the same seller, and one had to go somewhere else. And always use protection. One had to go somewhere else, and it was a little unclear which was in which bag. So I opened the first one with a 50-50 shot of getting the one I needed, and I did not. Because when Keith has a 50-50 shot, he loses every time, which is why we don't gamble. So this card, guys, 1976 SSPC, or excuse me, 75, whatever you want to say. 75, let's go with 75. SSPC, Elston Howard. Now, we have the team set from SSPC. But this card, while being in the team set, was not in the team set I received. I suppose those are all player cards, and this is a coaching card. I checked out the checklist. It is on the checklist. So there you go. So I needed it. I just ran across it, so I had to order it because I needed it. So this hopefully will complete my 75 SSPC Yankee team set. This is what happens when you have no checklists. You know, guys, Elston was a great player, man. Negro League player in 48 with the Monarchs. 12-time All-Star or 9-time All-Star, depending on how you count it. He played in 12 games and in 9 years when they had the double All-Star games. But still, 9-time All-Star. Come on. 6 times World Series champion. 2 as a coach. 77, 78. Died way too young. Got in between Reggie and Billy in the dugout. He was a big man. Elston was a big man. You know, guys, too, people don't always talk about it, but in 61, Elston, Yogi, and Johnny Blanchard all hit 20 home runs. 3 catchers all hit 20 home runs. And their total was 64 home runs. So you had Maris with 60, and you had Mickey with 56. But those 3 catchers hit 64. So think about that. 64 home runs coming out of your catcher spot. You wonder why they won the World Series? So that is beautiful. Elston will go in a place of glory in the SSPC set in my box. Hopefully completed that one. Checklists. Use them. Use them. Now, one other pickup. We have a few things coming in. We did order. We went on a little Mattingly binge. I'm not going to lie. But this one I had to get because I actually have on my table a whole pile of baseball cards, magazines, cards, because I was sorting them. Because I have a lot of them cut, I mentioned, and then a lot of them are still in the magazine. The early ones I cut, and the later ones I left in the magazine at a certain point. We will be careful. So, let's see. Yep, we got another envelope in the envelope. Envelope in the envelope. So, as the crinkle sound happens, so I had the cards out because I wanted to sleeve them because they were raw. They're raw and they're not sleeved, and top load them. And we went on a bit of an organizational binge, and we ordered a bunch of. We're open. We ordered a bunch of supplies. We love ordering supplies in the basement, and the supplies are not all here, so we're still sleeving. But the plan is to do a Baseball Cards Magazine episode showing off some of these cards very shortly. But I wanted to get them sleeved up and organized because they were just laying in the top in a box raw. And you should always protect your Baseball Cards Magazine's baseball cards. So they're sitting here, and I was planning on doing a show about them. And Stooks came on the other day. I watched his video. Shout out to Scott. And from the Curiosity Cave. And he showed some cards I'd never seen. He said they were Baseball Cards Magazine cards. And I was like, I don't have those, and I don't recognize them. So I asked him if he knew which magazine they're from. He did not. So I had to do some research, and I found out. So this is the December Wally Joyner. The December 1986 issue of Baseball Cards Magazine. My subscription started in 87, in the spring of 87. So as I slowly try to collect all of the magazines, I do want to complete the run. And it's not going to be too hard, but they're out there. And the original years, there was only 2 per year, spring and fall. And then they went to 4. And then they went to monthly. I pretty much have the monthly run because the first one I have is actually the one where it says right in it, like we were announcing that we were going monthly. So it's only a couple of magazines per year that I need to pick up. So I'm slowly just buying a few at a time as I see them. And if you know Wally Joyner in 1986, it was big. Let's see how the cards look in here. All right, beautiful. They are beautiful. And these are not expensive. I get these magazines for a few bucks. But what I saw from Stooks was that Reggie card. Look at that. That is beautiful. There's a George Brett, and he had them cut out And I said, I need those cards. And I tracked down which episode, or which, I keep saying episode, which issue they were from. And it's an interesting Pinella Fleer looking card there. 82 Fleer. Interesting. And these cards. There's the Donnie, red back, the Wally Joyner, and then there's a Dwight Gooden, and I don't even know who it is. Who is it? Wade Boggs, and a Wade Boggs. So this was a great find, great pickup. Thank you, Stooks, for showing them off. I'll peruse this magazine. I love my Baseball Cards magazine. We'll save that for the Baseball Cards magazine episode. Let's see. Non-tops proof cards as our non-stop challenge. Apparently these are proofs of Fleer. Interesting. Fleer scrapped its original photos of these Yankee cards in 1982. Why are they doing this to me? Now I'm going to have to try to find these Fleer proof cards. Fleer proof cards, and the real ones are down here, and these were the proof photos. And that Pinella is one of the proof, a copy of one of the proof ones. Who knew there were 1982 Fleer proofs? I did not know. Interesting. Interesting. Dang, 79 Hostess proofs. Proofs galore. Fleer greats. Well, there you go. That's what I picked up. Beautiful Donnie in there. Obviously why I had to get it. But the Reggie caught my eye. It's spectacular. That's a beautiful card. That is a 81 Donruss proof. I think they could have went with these. What do you think? I kind of like that better than the 81 Donruss. What do you think? I kind of like that one. All right, guys. That's basically what I got for you today. A couple pickups. A little Elston to complete the team set, we hope. And some 86 Baseball Cards magazine as we attempt to complete the Baseball Cards magazine run. And we needed that Donnie because we needed the Donnie. I will go hunt for my Social Security card, which I've been looking for 48 hours, and my birth certificate. They're among the missing. All right, guys, that's what I got. I do have some Mattingly's coming. I did a little Mattingly binge on some stuff I didn't have that I had in the watch list, and those will be coming. And that's what I got. So go Yankees. Torpedo Bats. Let's do that. I like it. Let's do Torpedo Bats. 3-0. 162-0. Let's go. Have a great one.